Welcome back. Now, the world's leading democracies are gathering for the G7 summit as leaders prepare to discuss some of the most pressing global challenges, from conflicts in the Middle East and Ukraine to trade tensions, artificial intelligence, economic security, and energy concerns as well. And the summit is expected to shape the international agenda in the days ahead. Prime Minister Modi is set to attend this summit. Let's also remember that the summit is coming on the sidelines of the breakthrough that we witnessed between the United States of America as well as Iran. And to give you a comprehensive ground perspective, take a look at this report that's been filed by the managing editor of Times Now, Zaka Jacob.
After 108 days, the war between Iran and America finally seems to be over. Donald Trump has announced this on Truth Social, that finally the war is over and the Strait of Hormuz will remain open. Of course, the 14-point agreement has to be passed for its details. It seems to be heavily favored in Iran's direction, primarily because there are no commitments from Iran's side as far as the nuclear question is concerned. The only clause that says that Iran will not develop a nuclear weapon as per its NPT commitments. It does not mention anything about stopping further enrichment. It does not mention anything about handing over the nuclear fissile material, about 400 kilograms of that fissile material, either to America or to the IAEA. It does not mention anything about further IAEA inspections or the dismantling of the nuclear infrastructure on the Strait of Hormuz, which was the most important concern for the entire world, including for India, because oil prices had gone up. Indian ships were getting attacked. There are about 13 Indian ships that are still stuck there in the Strait of Hormuz. Just in this past week, we've seen the 3 Indian sailors who died because of American naval action against them. It had led to a bit of a bad blood between Washington and Delhi. All of those concerns will get addressed. Prime Minister Modi will arrive here in Evian on Tuesday, and on Wednesday afternoon he will meet with President Donald Trump of the United States, where some of these issues will come up for their discussion. This will be the first meeting between President Trump and Prime Minister Modi since February 2025, when Prime Minister Modi went to the White House. Thereafter, there have been some very big bumps in the relationship between India and the United States, whether it's on the tariff issue, whether it's on the interim trade agreement. We still haven't arrived at an interim trade agreement. What will be the tariff percentage? Will it be 18%? Will it be 10%? Will any of this have legal bearing? Because the U.S. Supreme Court has struck down the rationale, the legal rationale by which the Trump administration was tariffing countries. And of course, like I said, the most recent issue of the sailors, the Indian sailors being killed. All of this will be discussed when the two leaders meet. It's going to be a power-packed week of diplomacy and action here in Evian on the foothills of the French Alps.